In what may go down as the most anticipated WNBA game of the season, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese faced off in a high-stakes, drama-filled matchup that could very well determine Rookie of the Year honors. ESPN had Reese leading the race before tip-off, but this game might have shifted the tide. It was Barbie night in Chicago, a celebration for Reese, but Clark came in with something to prove. The game kicked off with Indiana running their signature set, Clark feeding Boston, who found Mitchell on a slick backdoor cut. Chicago answered quickly through Lindsay Allen, who exploded with confidence and 3 straight jumpers, igniting a shocking 11-0 sky run. New addition, Michaela Onyenwere contributed early, and Camila Cardoso dominated inside, showing her growth. Angel Reese made her presence felt, demanding the ball, getting a steal, and assisting Allen for back-to-back threes, while Clark dished dimes, pushed pace, and played with poise under pressure. Kelsey Mitchell sparked Indiana's comeback, draining a corner 3 and converting an and 1 off a perfect Clark bounce pass. Lexi Hull joined the surge, and Indiana erased a 12-point deficit by the end of the first quarter. Clark started the second period with back-to-back deep threes from NBA range, using Iverson cuts and high screens to shake defenders. Reese tried to respond, but was called for a travel, and Clark kept the pressure on, threading a full-court bounce. Pass to Erica Wheeler after a blocked shot to finish the play. The momentum had clearly shifted, with Clark leading the charge and putting her Rookie of the Year case in bold headlines. The game continued to escalate in intensity as Michaela Onyenwere, who had a strong start, kept contributing key points for the Sky, but Caitlin Clark was stealing the spotlight with her incredible court vision and passing. A textbook backdoor cut from Mitchell, followed by a precise spin pass from Clark, pushed her assists to 6 before halftime, quickly becoming 7. Mitchell stayed hot, curling from the corner off a screen and sinking a tough long 2 over Cardoso, while Erica Wheeler hit a corner 3 and hustled to snag her own rebound to find Mitchell for another triple, forcing Teresa Weatherspoon to call a timeout with the Fever up by 7. Mitchell was dominating with 15 points on efficient shooting, and she wasn't done, continuing to shine with another Iverson cut play, making tough shots despite tight defense and adding 10 points in the second quarter alone. Chicago, meanwhile, found themselves trailing by double digits. Rachel Banham gave the Fever some breathing room with a free throw, but Clark quickly answered with an and 1, showing her basketball IQ. Lindsay Allen, after a hot start, quieted down until late in the half. Angel Reese, who had been relatively silent with just 2 points, finally found her rhythm, knocking down a hesitant long 2-pointer. However, the referees inexplicably called 2 questionable kickball turnovers on Clark in back-to-back possessions, which went uncalled, frustrating Clark and leading her to neglect defense, momentarily allowing an easy transition layup. Half closed with Lindsay Allen's free throws, the Fever holding a narrow 47-42 lead. The first half was a backcourt battle with Clark and Mitchell combining for 33 points. While Allen and Michaela kept Chicago competitive, surprisingly, the front court, despite featuring 4 lottery picks, largely neutralized each other's impact. The third quarter began unusually with Angel Reese earning a free point via a technical foul, setting a positive tone for her after a tough first half. Clark grabbed a rebound and pushed the pace, hitting an uncontested jumper from the left winger. Signature move as the league's top scorer. Matched up against Camila Cardoso, who had bested her in the national championship. Clark exploited the mismatch with a fake, behind-the-back dribble and a step-back 3 over Cardoso, finally getting her much-anticipated revenge. Rachel Banham remained aggressive, connecting on her shots, but Clark's relentless offense continued to carry the Fever's momentum forward. Caitlin Clark responded immediately after missing a shot by drawing a foul and calmly sinking all 3 free throws, keeping the Fever in the game. Meanwhile, the Sky stayed competitive from beyond the arc, with Michaela Onyenwere punishing them for doubting her range by sinking her 7th three-pointer of the contest. While the Bigs had been quiet earlier, Nalisa Smith woke up, driving hard around Angel Reese, absorbing contact and finishing with an impressive and 1. Chicago continued their inside-out game as Camila Cardoso battled physically in the paint, Tipping the ball to Reese, found Lindsay Allen knocking down another three. Allen was perfect from deep and kept Chicago within 7 points midway through the third. Nelisa Smith kept imposing herself down low, drawing fouls and scoring more and ones, while Clark, showing maturity as a floor general, prioritized getting Smith the ball, drawing defenders inside before kicking out to Smith for a tough runner over Cardoso and even hitting a rare three-pointer to extend the Fever's lead to 12, yet the sky remained close. Fueled by Diamond Deschultz, who took over late in the quarter, attacking the rim aggressively, finishing with a behind-the-back scoop and an and one. Clark stayed sharp at the free throw line, and the Fever executed a beautiful inbound play where Clark and Mitchell faked passes before finding D. Totus for a slick assisted basket. With under a minute left in the third, Harrison banked in a tough layup, and Ditatis hit a free throw to push the Fever's lead to 14 heading into the fourth quarter. Chicago's hopes started slipping away early in the final period as Indiana struck first with a fast break, and a slick pick-and-roll involving Cardoso and Allen led to a tip and reverse layup from Mitchell, who hit her 80th point of the game, 14 of which came in the quarter, signaling a commanding Fever lead. With 8 minutes left in the game, Leah Boston finally got the Sky's first field goal, backing down Angel Reese and spinning to score. Close range. Shortly after, Clark and Boston showed chemistry on a two-player screen, leading to Boston's smooth jumper from the foul line, her first points of the game. Rachel Banham fired a three-pointer, setting a Sky record for most threes in a single game with 9. Yet Chicago still trailed by 15 because they struggled to dominate inside. Unlike Indiana, who capitalized on Caitlin Clark's drives and kickouts. Two sharpshooters like Lexi Hall, Clark orchestrated the offense with pinpoint passes, including a bounce pass to Hall for back-to-back threes, pushing her assists to 12 as she pursued a double-double. Despite Chicago being down 19, Clark kept pushing, knocking down a long jumper reminiscent of her Iowa days. But tensions flared as Diamond DeShields targeted Clark with unnecessary physicality, first with elbows and shoulder bumps, then a reckless full-speed collision that clearly aimed to injure. Clark, visibly frustrated, appeared to mouth that she wanted to punch DeShields, but wisely walked away to avoid retaliation that could harm her reputation. The referee's fouls repeatedly sent Clark to the free throw line, where she added easy points before finally being subbed out by Fever coach Christy Sides to protect her. Clark basked in the moment, soaking in the hostile crowd, proud of her dominant performance as the Fever led by nearly 30 points with just over 3 minutes left. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, amid allegations of stat padding her double-double streak, stayed on the court against bench players, adding points late to reach her 23rd double-double, a rookie record. Yet her impact during critical moments was minimal, highlighting concerns that her Rookie of the Year case may be overstated since she wasn't dominant when it counted. Ultimately, the Fever won comfortably 100-81, with Clark delivering a masterclass 31 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds on efficient shooting, proving she was the game's standout. Indiana has surged to a 5-1 record since the All-Star break, signaling a serious contender, while the Sky appear headed for the lottery. Clark's performance likely sealed the Rookie of the Year race, stealing the spotlight from Reese despite ESPN's earlier prediction. For more on this controversial topic and an in-depth look at Angel Reese's dominant yet flawed game, check out my upcoming videos. Signing off. This is DKM until next time. Peace.